Hello, everybody. Welcome to ConnectWise Tuesday. We got about 9 minutes waiting for hopefully some more people to join. In the meantime, if you have any questions or topics you would like me to address today, feel free to throw them in the Q&A or the chat. To address today, feel free to throw them in the Q&A. Hi, Jonathan. Today we're is Automate Week, so I'll be discussing Automate. I'd like to talk about the new MFA. Make sure nobody's got any questions about that, and maybe some other MFA options, and see where we go from there. But I can answer whatever you throw at me. If not, I'll call Rose. Shane, what's going on, man? All right, so I'm going to put myself on mute and just wait for everybody to join, and I'll be back. In the meantime, if you have Automate ConnectWise questions you would like to throw at us, please hit me up in the chat, and I'll be happy to address them once we start at noon. I know. All right. And then just a reminder, on the Facebook side, it's about 30 seconds delayed. So if you would like to join on the Zoom directly, we can, I'm going to throw the invite in the chat. All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Please bear with me as I am bouncing back and forth between 3 different question entering spots. But if you have a question, please know that I will get to it. Either please, you can submit it on the Zoom, in the Facebook, or in the watch party, which I've got plenty of people on the watch party. That's awesome. All right. So Jonathan, did you have any questions you would like me to discuss today? Jonathan, do you guys use Automate or ConnectWise or all of the above? All of them, great. Cell too, oh, cool. Next week, we're gonna be discussing Cell. Rose will be here. Rose is our Cell guru. Did everybody get their Automate updated to the latest, the January patch that included the MFA? Jack of all, master of many. I've been called that many of times. Yes, sir. If your cloud automate, the update would have automatically been applied and should have automatically been applied. So the big change with that now is when you log in, you'll get emailed your MFA code as the second layer of authentication for you to enter in. If you don't like the emailing of the codes, there is a Google Authenticator plugin that you could install from the Solution Center. Where you would send out, it'll send out QR codes to all your users, and then they can scan those and then enter the code directly from their Authenticator app. Awesome. Yeah, if you don't, the Authenticator app is my preferred method. I don't like waiting on emails, and especially if I want to be working in Automate. Hi, Derek. See, we got more people coming in. How exciting. Please submit your questions in either the Q&A or the Zoom chat or the Facebook chat, and I will be sure to address them. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Will Young. I'm the Automate expert over at Barry McKinley. So please feel free to ask about any of the products in the ConnectWise suite, but I'd prefer if you gave me your Automate ones first. All right. It is 12:01, so we're going to get started. Welcome, everybody. Today is Tuesday, February 11th, which means ConnectWise Tuesday. So the first thing I wanted to start out today is make sure everybody is has the latest Automate patch installed. If you're a cloud partner, it should have already been installed. If you are an on-prem partner, you definitely want to make sure you get that one installed. That's the patch that's going to give you the MFA via the email if you don't have MFA already configured. Very important that we're using multi-factor authentication with our Automate, because obviously Automate gives you lots of access. So we want to make sure that that is secure as possible. If you already had like the Google Authenticator or the Duo solution installed, you will see no change. If you did not have any Authenticator plugin configured with your Automate, then the big change you're going to see is when you go to log in, you're going to get emailed a code that you'll have to go in and enter that as well to get started. All right. Anybody have any questions on the MFA or the authenticators or anything like that? Okay. Jonathan says he understands that there are still unpatched issues out there. I can't speak to what issues are patched or unpatched. I do know, make sure, the only advice I can give you is make sure you're reading everything. Sometimes the press is going to come out with a patch, and make sure you understand what the press is saying, because I know the articles that came out a couple weeks ago about control, a lot of those issues had already been patched. So I advise you to read from multiple sources, but I am not aware of any patched issues with any of the ConnectWise products. Doesn't mean there are any, just doesn't mean, or it means that I don't know of them if they are there. Okay. So today what I wanted to go through was the control extension with Manage. So as you guys know, control integrates really tightly with Automate, where we can, from Automate, we can connect right through our computers. And as well, if we are using the Automate and Manage plugin, it'll push the configurations and the control configurations into Manage. So that means when we open up a ticket, we have the option of pulling up the Automate screen for that device or pulling up the control screen for that device. But there's also another thing we can do if we are using ad hoc control, and that's by installing the Manage extension on our ConnectWise. And I am going to share my screen and walk you guys through how we can do that. Let's make sure I'm sharing the right screen. All right. So here I am logged into our control environment. If we go over and we click on admin on the bottom left, and we can go to extensions. And next place we want to go is to browse extension marketplace. And the extension we're looking for is ConnectWise Manage. So if we search extensions for ConnectWise, we would want the ConnectWise Manage integration, and then we would hit install. Once that's installed, we're going to get this screen right here to set up our integration settings. On the top screen, we're going to put in our manage URL, which if you're a hosted provider or on hosted ConnectWise Manage would be https://na.myconnectwise.net. The control URL should be automatically populated. And then we have our company, which is the company we would log into on the managed login screen. Oh, I logged in automatically, but it's that top value. The next thing we need to do is put in our API keys. There is already an API username for control. You just need to activate it and create the keys. I'm not going to do that now because it's insecure, but you guys, if you have any questions about that, please send me an email. And then the next, then we've got some more checkboxes. If you want control to enter time against the managed ticket that we're going to create the ticket from, we can check this box. If we want to put in the notes from any of the chat history of the control session, we can add it to either the notes of the ticket or as an attachment. Same thing with the session or connection events. These are just control audit logs. And then we could do a preview link into the notes that'll give you a URL you can pop out that'll give you all the details. Once that's done, if you go into a service ticket, you'll be able to use this control session button on the top left. And if we click that, that'll provide us a link that we can give your client to start an ad hoc service session and automatically update your control or update the managed ticket. Any questions on that? All right. Does anybody have any questions on anything automate or manage related that you would like me to address today? Hey, everybody say hi to my cousin, Jeff. He infiltrated our webinar today. Tony is asking, are there any known issues with timeout issues when creating new time entries to tickets? And once the timeout occurs, the ticket can no longer be updated with time entries. Tony, I'm not sure I'm completely understanding the question, but we'll go with a couple if I'm understanding it right. When I see that problem, it's the two people or two systems could be updating the ticket at the same time. I know if I'm trying to enter in a time entry and then somebody else enters a time entry against that same ticket, I've had problems saving the time entry. Or if it's like an automated ticket that's auto closing, and that could be preventing the saving of the time entry because you can't put time against a closed ticket. Some other things. Are you guys hosted or on-prem for your managed, Tony? Okay, you're on-prem. Is there a way to release a lock to that? Tony, if you want people to put in time against a close or on against a specific status, the status cannot be closed. A closed ticket means all the work is done. The user, the process would be to either change the ticket status to an in progress status, enter your time, and then reclose it, or make the specific status you have not a closed status. Okay. Holden is asking, is there a way to export compliance patch reports from a few months ago from Automate? We can't backtrack the system like that, Holden. My recommendation is to just is to configure the report to email to you automatically, maybe once a month or once a week. So if you do want to go back and see where your settings were and how they've improved, you can compare it that way. Jonathan is asking, we get a lot of automatically generated tickets from stop services and such. Can we kill these? Like that Automate is doing it and creating the ticket, but I don't want to see it all. All right, so Jonathan, you're asking about the auto services stopped monitor. So what that monitor is looking for is any services that are set to a automatic start status that are not running. If it finds a service that's set to automatic that's not running, it's going to try to start the service. And if it's unsuccessful starting the service, it will create a ticket. So we have two ways of doing this. We can either blacklist specific services that you don't, or that you want to exclude from the monitor. And we can do that by opening up a computer screen and going to the services tile and finding the service we don't want tickets for anymore and blacklisting it, or we can disable the monitor completely. Jonathan, did that answer your question? All right. Tony, did you have anything else on your time entry question? Okay, great. What else? Everybody, please send in your questions. I'd be happy to answer them. All right, while we're waiting for some more questions to come in, just a reminder, these videos are being uploaded to the Bearing McKinley YouTube channel. So if you ever want to go back, you can see past ConnectWise Tuesdays there. Also next week, Rose will be here in discussing ConnectWise cells. So if you have any cell related questions on quoting or any of that, please come join us. Okay, we have another question. Why are the tickets in Automate and Manage different? They shouldn't be. If you're talking about the ticket numbers or just open tickets in general. Okay, So the ticket numbers are different because there's two different databases, but the way the integration should work is if you have a ticket in Automate, it's going to automatically get pushed from Automate to Manage, and then there's a two-way sync. So if it's open in Automate, it'll be open in Manage, and if it's closed in Manage, it'll be closed in Automate. If that's not working as expected for you, we're going to want to look in the ConnectWise Manage plugin settings. And my expectation is that we probably added some statuses on a service board that aren't mapped correctly into Automate. Okay, Holden is asking, how do I set a compliance patch report to automatically email me every month? I'm sorry, I would love to share my screen and walk you through that. My Automate server is down for the day, but we can go into the report center, and the first thing we need to do is create an email template, and then we would schedule out the report. Holden, if you need additional info on that, please send me an email and I'll send you a KB, or we can hop on a call and I can walk you through it. Okay, we have an anonymous attendee. This is saying, on Screen Connect integration, the link within the manage ticket to open a configured computer with control does not open. Is this a common issue? Are you talking about on the configuration? So we would want to check is the user permissions, and make sure your Screen Connect plugin and the Manage plugin are both up to date. Those would be the first things I would check. Sometimes I've noticed problems with that if like the Automate user and the Manage user have different user IDs, and those should be identical. But the first thing I would definitely do is check the plugins to make sure that those are updated. There we go. All right. Anybody else have anything they would like to ask or discuss today? All right, in that case, I'm going to give you the rest of your lunch hour back. Thank you guys so much for attending. Next week, Rose will be here with Cell, and then we'll be here with an industry speaker on the, I think it's the 28th. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to check out the video on our YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.